This episode is sponsored by Beer Barn, Nigeria.
It's amazing talking to you on this episode of Off the Pitch. Thanks for joining us here today.
Yeah, thank you. It's nice having you here as well.
So let's get to know Awoniyi for himself. From the horse's mouth, who is Taiwo Awoniyi? Basically, where are you from? What do you do for a living? Which I know for sure, but again, for the sake of introduction, just tell us all of that. Where you from? What you do for a living? How long you've been doing that? And basically, what is Taiwo all about when it comes to football?
My name is Awoniyi Taiwo Michael. I'm a professional football player playing for FC Union Berlin in the German Bundesliga. I'm from Nigeria. I'm from Kwara State. And I was born and brought up in Ilorin to be precise. I'm from a local government called the local government in Kwara State and my hometown in Ola. So that's a little bit of where I'm from and where I am as a boy.
And again, I would like to know from you, it seems that how do you cope with life in Germany? You left for Europe as a teenager. So I just want to know, how did you manage to cope with life? I'm talking about the food, the weather, all of that, the language. How did you manage to cope with all of that?
Yeah, I think for me, to be honest, previously before I signed for Liverpool, everyone always know Taiwo Awoniyi always said his dream is to play in England, which is the truth. And this is why I chose Liverpool in the first place. But apart from England, I think Liverpool helped me to know what is called Germany as a football, because Germany was the first place I was loaned to, FFS Frankfurt in 2015, and that was in Frankfurt. I would say I didn't start my career in England. I only get signed in England, but I started my career in Germany. And from that point of view, I make my decision apart from England, where I want to play is in Germany. And for me, I've always been used to the place, like I said before, because I was there when I was 18, so I know how the things work there. I know how disciplined and how dedicated they are to their things. And I think this suits the kind of person I am. And that was why I always said, if I'm not playing in England, maybe I'll be playing in Germany. But for me, I'm really quite familiar to the environment a bit.
So about family, how did you manage to cope with you being, you left them family, I'm talking your extended family right now, or when you were a teenager. So how did you manage to cope with all of that? How do you keep in touch with them? Have they all moved to Germany with you? Well, I guess not. So tell us a little bit.
To be honest, that is one of the most difficult aspects of my life, because every year I get to see them 2 times. And one good thing about me, I would say it's good thing, because my mother and my father, they love me a lot, because once they know if you finish the league today, the next day I'm in Kwara State. So is how much I miss them, for you to know how much I miss them. Because I'm always there for almost 1 year, every time doing the same thing all over again without seeing my family before I get married though. But the only opportunity I get to see them was during the Christmas or after the season. And this is something you cannot change, because as a football player, I always said you are programmed. Yeah, you are programmed. You don't have your own time to yourself most time, because everything is under schedules and everything.
So let's talk about your career a little bit again. Your style of play has been compared to that of Rashid Yekini, which we all know is Nigeria's all-time highest goal scorer, and he's happens to be from Kwara State like yourself. So, do you share the same light with the public? Do you really think you play like Rashid Yekini? And if not, what would you say is your style of play?
Yeah, I think for me as a player, may so rest in perfect peace. I think this is a legend, not to even Kwara State alone, but to Nigeria as a whole. Because I think there are sometimes every player, every striker in Nigeria will have to go through the documentary of Rashid Yekini, what he has done for his country, how he played and everything. And I think for one player or the other to be compared to this kind of legend, for me, I always said it's a privilege and also an honor. But the truth is, I always said to myself, I only want to be Taiwo Awoniyi. I only want to be me. and that is the best you can do for yourself.
Let's move further into the matters of the pitch, really. So let's start with your routine off the pitch. If you're not playing football, like you rightly said, when you're on break, you fly back to Nigeria almost immediately. But let's just get to know all of that. If you're not on the pitch, if you're off the pitch, what is your routine like? How do you spend your day, basically?
I think most time, if I'm not playing football, I'm always with my family. If I'm in Germany, but to be honest, I think I'm not the movie type. If I'm not playing, I think I'm studying. Like, that is what I do most of the time. If I'm not on my book or my laptop or doing my own personal things, in my own personal studies, and that is the most things I do most times.
I learned you're married to a Taiwo, and I was wondering, like I was talking with you offline, I was wondering, are you guys planning to have like triplets, quadruplets? So tell us about your wife and kids. We just want to know how did you meet her? Basically, why her?
Yeah, I think actually, to be honest, she was a twin and I'm a twin, and I think it was just a coincidence because we went to the same secondary school and we are in the same class. We are in the same science. Yeah, we are in the same science class, and we are just really very, very close then. Even before, though I'm already playing my football on the street and everything, but not to this limelight of a thing. So it has not really been like this, though it has always been my dream to be like this. So when I have the opportunity to be like this, to be honest, I'm not saying I'm the perfect guy or I'm the most honest or most sincere guy, but I just sat down and I think of it as a thing like she is the one that knows me the best. She knows how I started and everything, and I think the best to do is just to continue with her, and that is how it all started. But it all started from secondary school days together with her.
So right now, Taiwo, I'm about to test your knowledge of the Super Eagles. I mean, this is the team you've also featured in on the 17, on the 20, on the 23, and in the senior team. So this is the quiz segment. So I'll just ask you questions, and you answer all three of them. But if you fail to answer all three correctly, you have to do me a song of my choice.
Yeah.
Your choice. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine, but for sure, I'm not sure I'm going to know the answer.
The first question goes: which Nigerian player was the first to be signed by an international club, and which club?
Jesus!
Let me give you options. A. JJ Okocha. B. Teslim Balogun. C. Rashidi Yekini.
For an international club, is either JJ Okocha or Rashidi Yekini for sure? Rashidi Yekini for sure.
I expected you to get that one. Teslim Balogun was the first Nigerian player to be signed by Petersburg. Second question is, what's the current position of the Super Eagles according to FIFA ranking?
The last one I could remember was 36 actually. 35th.
This is fiction. What is the full meaning of AFCON? Don't tell me you don't know. What is the full meaning of AFCON?
You just killed me, man. AFCON, African Cup of Nations for sure.
But anyways, that was correct. That was African Cup of Nations, and AFCON is just around the corner. So it's time for your penalty. Pay your price. If you can't say, you do me a tongue twister. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Green lorry, yellow lorry. Green lorry, yellow. Real fast.
Green lorry, yellow lorry, green lorry, yellow lorry, green lorry, yellow lorry, green lorry, yellow lorry. Alright, it's been
amazing talking to you so much. Thank you for your time, but I won't leave you without your parting words to your fans, your followers, loved ones, just generally to Nigerians all over the world, and to foreigners as well. Your parting words.
For me, I will say thank you for everyone. Most especially, thank you for having me on this program at this time of the year. I really appreciate it as well. because I think you put a lot together to come up with this every time. And I always beg the viewers and everyone to keep on supporting and keep on watching your show. And but for me, I would say like I send my greetings to all my family and every fans of Nigeria to keep on supporting us, because to be honest, being here is not easy. We should keep on loving each other, supporting each other, and wish everyone the very best. I love you all, and I hope they love us all together.